Hey everybody, back for another review. We are on day 2 of my 13-day pepper reviewing marathon here. Tonight I will be reviewing 7-pot Brainstrain. Nice little specimen here. Once again, these are from Judy at Pepperlover.com. Sent me all the pods that I will be reviewing for these 13 days. And so it's a pod a day. So tonight, doing the Brainstrain. Pop the stem off here. I've done a few Brainstrains before. Eaten yellows, eaten 2 yellows, eaten 1 red off of Romy6 at thehotpepper.com. The yellows were from Baker's Peppers down in Florida. He got them. He sold them on the hot pepper. The first, let me bring the camera back up here. The first yellow one that I ate made me throw up. And that was about 3 months ago. So my tolerance wasn't quite so high. Then I wasn't eating pods and fresh pods quite as frequently as I am now. So my tolerance has gone up since then. And subsequent Brainstrain peppers that I have eaten have not made me throw up. Now, this might be a completely different story because Judy, as you can see from the from this pod and from the other pods that I showed you earlier, she grows some big, mean pods. And if that Moruga scorpion last night was any indication of how hot this is going to be, this is going to be a whole other level. This will be the hottest Brainstrain I've ever eaten. So we're going to find out. I'm going to put the camera back down here and I'll cut it open so we can have a look and make sure there's no mold. I hate mold. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I need to sharpen my knife. Nope. No mold. Fair amount of placenta. Not a whole lot. It's not absolutely covered in placenta. Not as much as the Moruga scorpion was last night. Very mild smell to it, so not too much. I do see a lot of oil in there. There's a lot of oil glistening in the pod. The placenta that is in there is very dense. It's a very thick placenta, and it looks like it's got a lot of capsaicin in it. So I don't doubt that this is going to be a scorcher. So I put my 2 halves back together here. I've tried to take some remedy here to help buffer my stomach a little bit more. Instead of my normal half a peanut butter sandwich and half a glass of milk before, and then after the review eat the rest of it and drink the rest of it, I've decided to do a full glass of milk and eat the full peanut butter sandwich before, and I'll just eat something else afterwards. So hopefully this buffers my stomach a little bit better and I don't get near as bad stomach pain off of these. We'll find out though. Down the hatch. Very sweet. Slow builder. It's not like the Moruga scorpion where it was immediate. As far as taste goes, very sweet. It was almost like eating candy, seriously, it was that sweet. Yeah, such a sweet flavor to it. So far, no bad aftertaste out of it. It's got a very, very good flavor to it. I consider it a very versatile pod. And that's how most of the Brainstrains I've eaten have been. Had a very nice, nice flavor to them. No bad aftertaste to them. Let's see. Starting to kick up in the back of my throat. It's a very slow builder. This one is not immediately a scorcher like the Moruga scorpion was last night. Very similar flavor. I think this one is a little bit sweeter than the Moruga scorpion was. While it was sweet, this one is a lot sweeter. Like I said, it was like eating candy. Very hot candy. um, it's taken a while to build here. It is building. It's still, I mean, it's still building, but it's taken a long time for it to build up. Starting to get a little eye water going in here. Again, aftertaste of this, no bad aftertaste so far. It's I still got a sweetness in my mouth, so that's very good. Now it's really getting into the back of my throat right now. Still, if you want to compare it to where I was last night on that Moruga Scorpion, this is nowhere near where that was. A little comment about the plants here. I have not grown these. I typically in my reviews I like to tell you about how the production of the plant is and all that. Well, I didn't get a chance to grow these. A little background. I did have them germinating. I have a grow box upstairs, and I did have them germinating, but that was back in January, and in January my wife was pregnant. So one night she went into labor, and so we just packed up, left. Grow lights were still on. I did not have them on a timer at that point. So the whole time we were in the hospital, the lights were on, and I lost quite a few seedlings that way, and the Brainstrains were part of that. So did not get to grow them, but from what Judy has on her website, she says that the plant gets to be about 4 feet tall and it produces a good amount. So she doesn't say it's prolific, but produces a good amount of the pods. So if you're wanting a prolific producer, I'm not sure this is for you, but it does. I mean, obviously it packs a lot of heat. They're the Brainstrain. Their reputation precedes them. The back of the throat is starting to build up more. It's almost like a throbbing in the back of my throat right now. Getting a tear running down my eye. First tear of the night. This is making me get a little flush and a little warm. No endorphin rush just yet. It's really all concentrated on the back of my throat. Nothing on my salivary glands, nothing, not even my tongue. Maybe a little bit in the back of the roof of my mouth, but nothing so far. Getting a little warming sensation in my stomach. Very slow builder. It's taken a long time to build. Reminds me of a boot Jalokia as far as how much it creeps up. It takes a long time to fully build, but it's still building. It's not peaking fast, but it's taking its sweet time. If you were thinking about having this in a hot sauce, like I said earlier, I think it's a very versatile pepper. So I think you could throw this in just about any hot sauce you want. There's no flavors of this pepper that you would want to mask with any ingredients. This is a pepper that you would want the flavor to really, really shine through on. So yeah, this could be front and center in your hot sauce, and just have some supporting ingredients around it just to round out the flavor a little bit. And of course to cut the heat, unless you want all your everybody who eats it to burn up. Excuse me. Well, that caught me in the back of my throat. I'm getting a little nose run, a little sniffle here. Here we go again. I'm getting that slight headache in my head. 2 days in a row I've gotten that, but I'm not really getting an endorphin rush so far. It's just a headache right now, which is no fair. At least last night with the endorphin rush, or with the headache, I had the endorphin rush to lessen the pain. This one's like focused right in my temple, really hurting right now. I'm expecting the endorphin rush to come soon, because usually that's what accompanies the headaches, is the endorphin rush. I'm not sure about this one. I think we've peaked. I think I may have just gotten I'm not going to say a dud. It's really hot, but I think we may have peaked on this one. It's not a dud, but it's still really hot, but it's not quite what I was expecting. I've watched the Moruga and Brainstrain comparison that Ted the Fire Breathing Idiot did, and for him, that Brainstrain he ate was killer. This one, not even close, and it's actually coming down now. Very, very surprising. That's just the way it goes with some of these. Brain strains have not been officially tested as far as I know. I don't know any numbers on them. A lot of people claim them to be right up there with the Moruga scorpion, but they could have a lot of variants just like the Moruga scorpion does, and I could have just very well gotten a pod that wasn't that hot. Yeah, we're flat out now. We've plateaued on the heat, so nothing. It wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. I was expecting a lot worse out of it. I was like bracing myself, and as you can tell, I had with the extra preparations I did for my stomach, I was really bracing myself for this thing to really knock me over. But not happening. Not happening. But yeah, you can't fault it though. You can't fault it on flavor either. Excellent flavor. And from what I said before, it seems like it puts out a decent amount of pods. And so I'd say I definitely recommend this one for a grow. It'd be very good for a sauce, especially if you can get pods as hot as the one that Ted reviewed. We're about 3/4 of where we were in the heat. Not bad. Actually, I gotta say, I think this is about as hot as all the other brain strains that I've had. Maybe, I was gonna say maybe this is just as hot as they get for me, but I doubt it. I'd still say I've yet to have a truly hot brain strain. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss as to how to explain this right now. It's just really not burning me up like I wanted it to. I want to be able to give you all a good review here, and so you all can see just really how hot these things can truly get. And I got one that's a little bit lackluster, I guess. Well, I'm going to be back on tomorrow night to do I'm going to do the Dougla. I don't know how you pronounce it. I've always said Dougla. A lot of people say Dougla. I've heard of quite a few people say Dougla. Maybe you all can help me with the pronunciation on it. For the time being, I'm going to call it a Dougla. So tomorrow night, I'm going to do the Dougla. I'm thinking we're going to be heading out to Kings Island on Saturday. Kings Island is a theme park. If you all don't know where that is, it's in Cincinnati, Ohio. And so we're going to be gone all Saturday and probably won't be back in time Saturday night to do another review. So what I'm going to do is instead, I think I'm going to, Saturday morning, I'm sure my stomach's not going to feel very good after the Dougla. So I'm probably going to break out the Fatale, because that's the lowest on the heat spectrum for the pods that Judy sent me. So I'll probably Saturday morning do the Fatale and review that. That way I'm not hitting another super hot on my stomach and like so close to me doing that Dougla. We'll find out. Maybe the Dougla is going to tear me a new one, and I won't want to review one in the morning. But I don't know. Catch me tomorrow. I'm going to do the Dougla. So hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thanks again.